a daily fantasy. His numbers too high, then I'm probably fading him. He been on the road, he gon' eat up my salary. I hit up by, he gon' lie before lock. Play back to back, then I probably won't pick on the DFS bachelor, good as it gets. Build a few liners and hit me a leg. He had a good game, but it might be a trick. Log in the Slack so I know who to pick. Sharing our liners, we all gon' get rich. New to this game, you should come to the pad. You might want some cash and get a good laugh. DFS sports, we gon' run up a bag. He heard every game and it's making me mad. You buying your lineups, I think you a cheater. DFS bachelor, he the new leader. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Bachelor Pad. I, of course, am your host, the DFS Bachelor, and we're going to go over our FanDuel and Draftkings NBA simulation picks for Tuesday, March 24th. It's a 6-game slate, so we're going to go over how to play and all that stuff here in just a second. But first things first, thank you again for all your support. I truly do appreciate it. Cheers to you all. Making me a part of your day. I know things are a little nuts, things are a little crazy, things seem uncertain, but I can assure you things will eventually get back to normal here, so you guys riding this out with me, title of the sex tape, is truly appreciative. I'm truly appreciative of it. It's truly humbling. Thank you all so much. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the team. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate that. Also, by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment in the comment section, you qualify for our weekly $25 PayPal giveaway. That's all you have to do to qualify, and we're going to announce our winner today. Typically do it on Mondays, but since we just kind of got rolling with these simulation videos, I gave it an extra day. So let me announce the winner right now before I forget, because that tends to happen with this roller coaster of a brain that I have. So our winner this week is Little Hard Nuck. So congratulations to you. Thank you for your nice comment, by the way. I always go back and look. It's always nice when someone who leaves a nice comment wins. It's always a little bitter when someone who leaves a mean comment wins, but nonetheless, you still qualify. Even if you call me a stupid piece of bleep, you still qualify, so it's fine. So congratulations to you. Hit me up on Twitter or in the comment section. Let me know how to get that PayPal to you. If you're leaving the information in the comment section, spell out the .com part of your email, because sometimes those get hidden from me and I don't see it, and then someone thinks I'm trying not to give it to them, and it's a whole thing. So do it that way. So congratulations to you. Draft Dashboard has great tools for these sim games. I know they're free contests, but they do have great information. We've set it up so you can see the percent chance you have of drawing the simulated game score that you're looking for. So it's really helpful. You can try it for 30 days for $1 right now. So hopefully after this, all this in 30 days, maybe things will start getting back to normal or scheduled back to normal. So that's really cool. So you can click that link. There's also League of Legends cheat sheets every day for every League of Legends contest out there, etc. If you click that link, you get my player pool as well. Been pretty successful. This tool has really helped with these free sims. So there's all of that as well. I think that's it. Now let me explain these sim games, especially if you're new. They don't actually simulate these games. What they do is each player, they assign a random number to. And it's one of the game logs that you're going to play. You have to play at least 15 games. And whatever game they draw, you get the stats for that game that they played. So you can have 4 players on the same team right now, get their highest score simulation, their highest score of the season in one game, because each player could draw a different number. So you could have 4 Nuggets players, for example, get a 60. Barton, Millsap, Jokic, Murray, whatever. They could all, have their ceiling game because they're going to draw different game logs. So it's important to understand how that works. They don't show the games anywhere. None of that happens. And they're doing it for DraftKings in the single game as well. We'll go over a few quick picks for the single game as well on DraftKings. So let's start at the top. Kyrie Irving. Now, he's only got a 45% chance at hitting 5 times value at 9.7, but he's also got a 30% chance of going over 60, and there's not a ton of game logs there. So you do have a good shot at him at drawing one of those 60s. Now, there's always the concern you could draw one of the, the 26 or the 22. So there's certainly some risk there, but you got to figure he's got a 90% chance of drawing over a 30. He's got a 45% chance at drawing over 45. So Kyrie Irving for the upside. I could certainly go there. Spencer Dinwiddie, a 59% chance at drawing a sim score of 5 times value at 7K. You've got a 71%, 73% chance, if I could do that math a little faster. Young Kyle could snap these I could snap these math problems out when I was younger. Damn. Drugs and alcohol are bad, okay? Be careful what you do in your 20s, man. But you have a 73% chance of him getting at least 30 in the drawing, so I do like Spencer Dinwiddie. Nice odds there. Jamal Murray, as we all know, he's always got upside. He can get up at any time. He may be social distancing now, but what I do like about him is the upside. Like Malcolm Brogdon has a higher percent chance at hitting 5 times value at 69%. And he did just draw that shitty-ass 12 yesterday, which was the very last game he played. So he drew his last game when he scored a 12. So that got one of those low numbers out of the way, which is nice. You got a 60% chance he draws over a 30, a 66% chance, he between 30 and 60. So I like Malcolm Brogdon, but Jamal Murray just has the upside because he's got a couple of games over 60. And you've also got a 55% chance that he draws over a 30 at 6'4". So I do like Jamal Murray as well. Twitter's newest sensation, Jamal Murray. Kendrick Nunn has a nice shot at drawing value at 56%. But if we're looking at value, obviously Mike Conley, he has a 63% chance of going 5 times value at 4,600. And you have a 32% chance that he draws a 30 or more at 4,600. You'll certainly take that. Shabazz Napier has some upside. Reggie Jackson, we talked about him yesterday. They drew that 45. So Reggie Jackson's, ceiling game was drawn yesterday. So it is something to keep an eye on. I'm not saying they can't draw the same game log twice in a row. It's just very, very unlikely. The odds are exponentially lower. Ish Smith, you can see right here, he's got 27% chance going over 30 at 4-5. I don't mind that. Derek White, very similar things. So they're both in play too. Those are high risk, high reward type plays. That's just how that goes. Let's move to shooting guard. As shooting guard, of course, Bradley Beal has those upside potentials. I mean, you've got a 56% chance he gets a 45 or more at 9,900. Of course, you can go there. Devin Booker, he's been really good for us on these sims. So I'm sure he's going to burn me eventually. But again, a 32% chance that he goes over 45 at 7,800. And you've got a 60% chance he hits 5 times value. Of course, Devin Booker's in play. DeMar DeRozan at 7.6. He's got a 66% chance at hitting 5 times value. You've got a 20% chance he goes over 45. You have a 77% chance that he goes over 30 at 7,600. I think DeMar DeRozan's a nice play. D'Angelo Russell, 62% chance at hitting 5 times value, a 31% chance that he goes over 45, and you have a 78% chance that he goes over 30 at 7,500. I do like D'Angelo Russell as well. Josh Richardson, a 63% chance at hitting value. More importantly, a 39% chance that he goes over 30 at 5K. So I'll certainly have some exposure there. Guys like Jeremy Lamb and Terrence Ross have nice hit percentages. Then you've got these kind of high risk, high reward type players. Jordan Clarkson, he's got some high games. You got a 19% chance he goes over 30. He's at 4.4. Tyler Hero, he has some big games in there, a couple of 40s. He's got a 15% chance at going over 30. Garrett Temple, Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson, you've got that 2% chance he gets 45 to 60. Sometimes it's all it takes. It just depends on what's drawn. Malik Beasley, another one of these high risk, high reward type players. You got a 44% chance he gets you 15 or under. But you've also got that 16% chance that he gets you a 30 to 45 at 3,700. So I'll have some light exposure there. I mean, it's 5 entry max, so, sprinkle them in one, see what happens. And if you don't win, what did you lose? You didn't lose anything. So I'm fine with that. Small forward, Paul George. Paul George does have some upside. It's just, for me, not enough of the 60 pluses. Now, you still have a 68% chance he goes over 30 at 7,600, so I don't mind Paul George, a 51% chance at hitting value. Jonathan Isaac, a 50% chance at hitting 5 times value. More importantly, you have a 50% chance he goes over 30, which I like that, and a 25% chance, a 1 in 4 chance, that he gets between 45 and 60 at 6,400. Will Barton, he's got a 59% chance at hitting 5 times value today. You've got a 47% chance he gets between 30 and 45. Overall, you have a 54% chance that he goes over 30 at 6,100, so I do think Will Barton's in play. TJ Warren has a nice hit percentage today of 61%. You've got a 40% chance he goes over 30. So I do like TJ Warren quite a bit at 5,800 right there. Taurean Prince has drawn his ceiling game, so I'm a little concerned there, but there is still those. He has one or two of those big upside games with Brooklyn this year. Then it's more of these high risk, high reward. Joe Harris, Troy Brown, Glenn Robinson, Michael Bridges, Derek Jones. All of them have those big upside games, but they also have those really scary floor type games. Jarrett Culver has a 13% chance at going over 30 at 3,900. Same with with Justin Holiday. So there are some plays in there that are okay. Jake Layman's kind of interesting because he doesn't have a ton of game logs. So you've got a 4% chance he gets between 30 and 45. That's just one of his games. But you've also got a 39% chance he gets you between 15 and 30 at minimum salary. So you could take a shot there as well. I'm always playing one of those like deep sleepers type deals. Deep sleepers. Yeah. That's what she said. Okay, moving on. Kawhi, of course, he's got the big upside potential. You got a 14% chance he goes over 60. You have a 0% chance of him getting under 30. So he will at least get you 30 no matter what. Of course, you're looking for much more than 30 at 9,400, but you still have a 51% chance he goes 45 or above. So, of course, Kawhi Leonard is in play. Bam Adebayo, you got a 59% chance that he hits value. You've got a 82% chance he goes over 30, a 38% chance of him going over 45. Bam Adebayo's in a good spot at 8,200. LaMarcus Aldridge, 60% chance of hitting 5 times value, a 23% chance of him going over 45, and you have a 77% chance, 78% chance that he goes over 30. LaMarcus Aldridge is certainly in play. One of my favorite plays, Aaron Gordon. Now look, he could get between 15 and 30, which is not necessarily what you're looking for. A 41% chance there, but he's also got a 53% chance of going over 30 with a 12% chance he gets between 45 and 60 at 6,200. I think those odds play in your favor. Davis Bertans, Rui Hachimura, Jarrett Allen, all of them have big upside. Jarrett Allen was good to us on Draftkings yesterday, but shitty to us on FanDuel because they drew different game logs. So that's how that works. You'll have the same player on 2 sites with 2 completely different scores because each site drew a different game log for the player. So it's certainly it's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit, got to get it in your head there. Frank Kaminsky, another one of those guys with big upside games. You've got a 32% chance of him going between 30 and 45, but you also have a 32% chance that he gets you between 0 and 15. At 4,100, obviously there's some risk there, but I could certainly give it a shot. Naz Reid, I think, is kind of interesting. Not a ton of game logs to choose from. You've got this, 11% chance he goes over 30. And keeping in mind that there's not a ton of games for him, he's got a 61% chance at hitting 5 times value. Josh Okogie, we know Trey Lyles has a couple of massive games here in the last couple of weeks he was playing in the year with Aldridge and Podol out. So there's some upside there for him as well. Let's go to center. At center, Towns. Remember when Karl Anthony Towns was playing, he was just a fantasy monster. You've got a 9% chance he goes over 60, a 72% chance he goes over 45 at 10-6. I do like Karl Anthony Towns. Joel Embiid, a 50% chance he goes over 45. You only have a 12% chance of him getting you less than 30. 50% over 40, 14% over 60. Joel Embiid certainly in play tonight. Rudy Gobert. Now, keep in mind, a few sims ago, the second day they were doing this, I want to say, Rudy Gobert drew his 60. So that is something to keep an eye on. That 60-point game is out. It was right at 60, but he still has a 32% chance of going over 45 at 8K. He's got a 80% chance of getting over 30. So Rudy Gobert is an excellent play. Montrezl Harrell. You have a 56% chance he goes over 30 at 6,600. I do like Montrezl Harrell. And then Aaron Baines, for some value, is another one of those high-risk, high-reward type players. You've got an 18% chance he goes over 30. And then, obviously, him going under 30 is up there as well. But with not a ton of game logs, you got a chance at a 58, 30, 38, 39. I could certainly take a shot on that at 4,200. So that's our early look at our FanDuel sims. Again, you can get the tool, click it, try it for 30 days for $1. Go through each player, search all the sim score possibilities and their percentage. You can get my player pool for it. League of Legends cheat sheet. Click that link. Try Draft Dashboard 30 days for $1. For those of you who do that and you're looking for my player pool, you simply will click on your watched players. You'll see a blue box at the top. Watch DFS Bachelor's Picks. Timestamp when I updated it, which shouldn't matter all that much. I'll have it done here before noon. Obviously, there's no injury news or headed to the locker room. Although you could draw a sim game where that player did head to the locker room. I mean, it's not out of the question. You're just not going to get a lifetime update and know that your night is ruined instantly. It takes a few minutes to figure that out. Can use it in the lineup optimizer here on FanDuel as well. We'll generate an early lineup here. Ish Smith, Conley, DeRozan, Bradley Beal, TJ Warren, Troy Brown, Aaron Gordon, LaMarcus Aldridge, Joel Embiid. I think that's fine. Again, that's just a sample. It's just an example. My lineups will probably look a little different. I might have one very similar to that. It's just kind of an example. Let's go to DraftKings. Check out these single game contests for today. So the first single game contest is Milwaukee and Toronto. Of course, Giannis, in every scenario, every spot, Giannis. You've got a 45% chance of him going over 60 and a 90% chance that he gets over 45. So Giannis is always in play. Pascal Siakam, 10-4, has a great chance at hitting value. 44. You have an 84% chance he goes over 30. He's at that 10,400 price in the single game, of course. Siakam, Middleton, all these guys are in play. Kyle Lowry, what it's really all about. Fred VanVleet, Eric Bledsoe, all in play. Ibaka, Norman Powell. I love the price for Norman Powell. You've got that 37% chance that he goes over 30 and a 9% chance he gets between 45 and 60. Norman Powell certainly in play. Serge Ibaka, you're hoping to draw one of the game logs where Marc Gasol was out. 58% chance he goes over 30. I could certainly go there as well. OG Anunoby, probably the best overall value play right there. Now, he could totally burn you, of course, but OG Anunoby also has a couple of games over 60. We know that. You've got a 29% chance he gets you over 30, and he's sitting down here at 4,400. He, Dante DiVincenzo, Brooke Lopez, all those guys are in play. If we're looking for a guy like down here in the abyss that has a chance to hit some value, you could get lucky with a Patrick McCaw at 1,200. He's got a 43, a 39, a 21, a 20, a 23. He's also got a 7 and an 8 and a 9, but you have a 66% chance he hits value down there. Sterling Brown has some upside. Marc Gasol is at 1,600. Like, that almost feels like a lock. Now, listen, he has not had the greatest of games, but you could also get a 48. You could get a 32, a 30, a 31, a 39. You have a 31% chance that he goes over 30, and he's at 1,600. You have a 92% chance of drawing at least a 5 times value at that price. Marc Gasol is almost a lock. I mean, it's just so cheap. Another guy to kind of keep an eye on down here, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson at 3,200. You got that 10% shot that he gets between 30 and 45. Of course, you're hoping to draw those games where he was starting for Ibaka and Gasol was out. So there is some upside for he and Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher, very frustrating guy. So there's some value guys to focus on. Marc Gasol, obviously, huge mistake at 1,600. Let's go to the Clippers-Lakers game. Take a look there. Now the usual suspects, like, I'm not going to insult your intelligence here. LeBron, Anthony Davis, of course. Anthony Davis could be heading to the locker room. Paul George, Harrell, Lou Williams. I like the Lou Williams play an awful lot. You've got a 61% chance he goes over 30. Let's look down here in the basement barrel. Avery Bradley is a guy with some upside. You've got a 27% chance he hits value, but more importantly, you've got a couple of those 30s in there that you're looking for. You can also get you a 4. Avery Bradley is just, in terms of fantasy, is just pure dog shit. Reggie Jackson at 2,600. Now, remember, they pulled that big game for him yesterday on FanDuel, not on DraftKings. So if he gets one, he doesn't have a ton of game logs. You've got potential for a 48, for a 37, for a 33, another 37, another 33. There's lots of options here. You have a 39% chance he goes over 30, and he's sitting down here at 2,600 with a 57% chance of hitting value. I think he's someone to keep an eye on. Rodney Magruder has a couple games where he could smash value at 1,400. Jermichael Green at 2,000 as well. You got about an 11% chance he gets between 30 as well. So that's our look at all the sim games. Again, thank you all so much for being a part of the show. If you want to try Draft Dashboard out and go through all the sim scores, what really helps is when you start doing this with each slate, you really start to kind of collect and calculate how all these players have done throughout the year. So hopefully, optimistically thinking, if we get some NBA back for the rest of the year, maybe they play in the summer, we'll have a really good idea of who's doing what, who's done what. I like that. I'll have a player pool set, etc. The League of Legends cheat sheets are also up right there. I hope you all are safe, healthy, being well. I hope your families are safe and being well. I do appreciate all the support again. Cheers to you all. We will have our NBA show again for tomorrow. Always open to suggestions if there's other things you guys would like to see or hear about. I hope you're all well. Thanks for making me a part of your day. May the fantasy gods be with you tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, folks.